Well, hello everyone, welcome along to a new interview. I'm pleased to be joined by Sam Feilden. Sam, off the back of the weekend, I can imagine you're in a very upbeat mood at the moment.
Yeah, no, Saturday was good to win the Hands and Hills series. It's been quite a big target of mine since the flat season finished, and I finished 1 point behind Joe in the flat one. So I was quite eager to do it and happy to do so. But most of the credit really should go to my agent Wilson Rennick, he done all the hard work getting me the rides, and in all the races I rode, apart from my boy Jacko, I rode twice for Kevin. I rode for a different trainer each time, which shows just how much hard work he put in. And yeah, I was lucky to get on the right ones anyway.
But just sticking with riding for all the different trainers, was that the original plan going into the series to try and ride for as many different trainers as possible and try and build up a bigger contact book for you going into the new season?
Yeah, I suppose. But I guess it's just how things work out, and I was lucky that I got on what horses with chances anyway. I think I was placed in all the races, so it worked out well. But they're good contacts to have, and I had a couple winners as well for Ian and Kevin, which are good people to get in with. You know, they're big trainers who do extremely well. So um, I've got my name in the door now, and hopefully that can continue in the summer. You know, maybe we could pick up one or two nice ones. We'll just have to see. You know.
And sticking with Buxted too, I think his rise over the course of the winter has been quite dramatic, really. Off a 68, now off a mark of 85. Going into that run on Saturday, off the back of that run on Thursday, was you confident that that run might have just left a mark, or did you feel that there was always going to be a good performance in there when needed?
Well, Ian obviously knows the horse extremely well, and he was happy to run him. It was a good spot for him. The biggest concern really was just try and get him to relax, because the time before at Newcastle he done too much and he over raced. But I spoke to Paul as well, Paul Mulrennan, and he was a big help. Let me know about the horse, and yeah, it didn't stop him anyway. He was very good Saturday, and yeah, he's a horse who thrives on his racing anyway. So yeah, it didn't stop him, did it? So yeah, he's a good horse.
With the series itself, you don't just get points for your riding, you get points for your attending the course walk, how professional you are, and also your basic presentation on the day as well. So, do you feel that as a rider going into races outside of the Hands and Heels series, that it actually benefits you more? So, you've got more of a clearer idea of when you're actually walking a course, you know what you're talking about, and giving a debrief to a trainer afterwards as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's very good, especially starting out. I think these races are so important, and yeah, it definitely is a help. I think so. And over the course of doing them, I've learned a lot. And the jockey coaches on course, they're very good. So no, yeah, I think it's a definite help. Yeah.
And the jockey coaches, I mean, I've been to one of these races before where we're both at Newbury in that horrible day in October. But do these jockey coaches are they good pointers? Like George Baker, for example, St Ledger winning jockey at Newbury that day. Was he very good at sort of recommending the right place to go, especially on a day like that where the better ground could be and things like that?
Yeah, they are. They're very good, and they sort of give you them little details that, well, when you're apprentice, you want to know, but a lot of the lads, they don't sort of, well, they don't give you much leadway, do they? 'Cause everyone wants to win, so yeah, it's very good, and yeah, a great help. Yeah.
And we're going to mention about my boy Jack Horse. You've had plenty of goes on now. You managed to break his maiden at Wolverhampton a couple of weeks ago. That was probably the race that put you in pole position for the title at least. Anyway, do you feel that he's a hard horse to sort of win with? But at Wolverhampton a couple of weeks ago, it all fell into place for him on his day.
Yeah, he's a hard horse to win with, but his owners, they're lovely people, and they're always there. All turn up in a good force every time, and I was delighted that he won. Yeah. Um, it was just one of those things that I kicked on round the bend and got first run, and luckily he held on. But the final furlong, he was sort of idling a bit, so the line came in time. But yeah, that was the win probably that secured it, and then Buxted 2 winning on Saturday was just the icing on the cake, really.
And for your career so far, it's 11 career winners so far. So would a realistic aim this season be hopefully trying to get to the Big 20, at least try and ride that your £7 claim, hopefully?
Yeah, I'd like to ride out my £7 claim. We'll just see how the season goes. Obviously, a lot can happen, and I was doing all right last year. I sort of got going in the middle of the summer there before I then broke my collarbone, and it sort of set me back, and it was hard to get going again. But now I feel good, and going into the new season, I'm fit and raring to go. So yeah, I'd love to ride out my £5 claim. We'll just see how it goes. Yeah.
I'm going to have to mention about Silky Wilkie. Sorry, a horse who's been a very good horse to you. Both won a Sunday Series race in the summer last year. Did you feel before going into that race at Kempton that you'd actually get a win together? Because you had a couple of near misses at Lingfield over the course of the winter. So it must have been a bit of a relief after Kempton, sort of both get that win on the board together.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember it. It wasn't the plan to make the running, but it's how the race worked out. And in hindsight, he loved it. You know, he loved bowling along. I've done it twice on him now. I've done it over a stiff 5 at Hamilton in the summer, and yeah, he loves it. He travels so well. He's got such good cruising speed, but then he can quicken off that as well, and he can kill a lot of them horses off. Sort of at the 2 pole, you know, because he keeps going, and no, he's a great horse to ride. He gives me plenty of confidence every time I ride him, and yeah, I'd say January was a frustrating month. I think 3 runs we finished second 3 times, but yeah, it was good to get that win anyway. It was no fault of his own that he was finishing runner up. But yeah, he's now rated 100, so like life's harder for him, but I think he's improving, and yeah, hopefully there's more to come.
How good is it for you to get the backing from Midland Park? Such a fantastic big syndicate who continuously put faith in you. Are you hoping as well this season you could hopefully try and unearth another big Saturday horse that could take you to places again, like similar to Silky Wilkie?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what everyone wants. But they're very hard to find, aren't they? But we'll see. I think the horse he's actually just as good on the grass as he is on the all weather. So what the plan with him? Yeah, I don't know if he'll have a break. We'll see. You know, it's up to Carl and the owners what they want to do. But he thrives on his racing anyway, and yeah, hopefully he's not finished yet anyway.
And just finally looking ahead to the rest of to the season coming up, Carl's got some lovely horses to go into this season with, most notably Holloway Boy, possibly looking at the Guineas maybe, and also dramatised to a Royal Ascot winner last season. Just how exciting is it now for you and the rest of the team going into this turf season?
Yeah, it's very exciting. This time of year always is, to be honest, and yeah, a lot of bubbles can be burst anyway between now and when the season starts in early May. But yeah, fingers crossed everything goes well. There's a lot of nice horses. We had a lot of good 2-year-olds who hopefully can be better 3-year-olds. A lot of them look great and look like they will be nice 3-year-olds. But then we got a bunch of lovely 2-year-olds as well who are coming along well. Their work slowly stepping up now. We're in March, and yeah, it's exciting. We're coming on the back of our best year in terms of numbers. Anyway, we just lack that Group 1 winner, but yeah, hopefully we can find one this year. Anyway.
Perfect, mate.